Hi everyone, my name is Jackie Ernest and I'm the Distinguished Young Woman of North Dakota for 2011, and today I have some great friends joining me for my blog post, and they're going to introduce themselves right now.
I'm Sarah. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Erin.
So basically you're all going to meet a lot of really awesome people at college who agree to help you do things like this. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about, this is primarily geared toward a lot of you senior girls who are, you've probably kind of honed in on a college now, and now you're kind of thinking, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? So we're going to talk today about what are we doing with the rest of our lives. And we hope that we're on the right track, and so we're just going to give you a little bit of insight on how we landed on these conclusions. All right, I'm Jackie Arness, and I am a political science, international relations double major and a theater minor. I attend Bethel University as well as my lovely friends, as you can see from my sweatshirt. And how I chose Bethel is it was just the school that felt right for me. I felt at home. I felt very welcomed into the community. The community had a lot of camaraderie that I really admired. How I chose my major, it was actually kind of a chance thing. I was thinking pre-med for a long time, but then I actually had an experience here on Bethel campus listening to Mary Palenti speak. And just hearing her story about her interest in politics and justice really kind of struck a chord with me. And I've always been very interested in politics, social justice, how that applies to like everyday lives, how that applies to people's workings, their families, their friends, their activities, their interests, things like that. And so I'm really interested in pursuing that, and I have a particular love for constitutional law and how that protects our freedoms to engage in the activities that we want to. And so yeah, that's how I chose those things, and some of my friends are going to give you some insights. You can kind of hear some different stories and different majors. All right.
Hi, I'm Amanda Rhodes. I'm from Hopkins, Minnesota. My major is nursing with a Spanish minor. To go to Bethel, and I chose Bethel because for a long time I wasn't really sure where I wanted to go, wasn't really sure where I was headed, and once I had it narrowed down between two different options, I came back to Bethel and toured one more time. And I had a conversation with somebody who said their favorite part about Bethel was the fact that everybody here wanted to change the world. And I have always said that's what I wanted to do. And in high school, I got a lot of crap for that, and just not very many people really understood that desire of mine. So to be able to come to a place where everybody felt the same way has been very encouraging for me.
You've got like that cool story, like the big moment. Just all
at once. Yeah. Like I said, my major is nursing, and I chose that just because of a lot of different life experiences have led me to the desire to go into the medical field. But I'm also a very relational person, so knowing that in nursing, I'd have everyday contact with my patients, and every day that I'd be able to make a difference in their lives and change the world for the patients that I'd have has really impacted me, and really the stories I've seen through nurses and the people that I've talked to that are nurses have really helped me, have really guided me down the path that I'm on. And I chose Spanish because I have taken Spanish classes now for 8 years, and I have a love for the language and just the desire to travel the world and to be able to help people in other countries through nursing, and just be able to speak their language I find is really important. And one additional college of wisdom I have is that we all go through high school, and for a lot of you seniors too, it's sad to think that you're going to be leaving your high school friends. It's kind of a scary thought, you think you're never going to find people quite as great as them, but I want to give you a piece of encouragement that I promise you you will. They will be put into your path, and you will meet them, and they will carry you through everything.
Amen to that.
So true.
Okay, say something medical to me in Spanish.
Un corazón,
Which means
the heart.
Oh, wow. That's good. All of you, look at that. We're having a little, Spanish lesson, too. It's, just all wrapped up in one here. So, okay.
Hi, my name's Erin. I'm from State College, Pennsylvania. My major is social work with a possible minor in either Spanish or psychology. I'm not totally sure yet. But for school, I was between Penn State, which is the school in my hometown, or Bethel, and I was really unsure for a while, and finally I just decided that Bethel would make me a better person, that Penn State would be comfortable and easy, but that would not be what's best for my future. So I took a leap of faith and came to Bethel, and I can honestly say it's the best decision I've ever made.
Yes, it is.
For real though.
But actually it is. And I chose my major because I've always been a people person, and I know that I want to help people, but it's broad enough that I can try different aspects. And I know that social workers, it's said that you get burnt out in your position a lot easily, but I think that I'll be emotionally fueled enough by all my clients and things like that that I can keep it up because I care enough about them that my needs don't come first. And a word of wisdom I have is what's comfortable is not always what's best or most rewarding. So sometimes it's scary and terrifying, and it's not always what you expect, but a lot of times it's a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Would you say it's like exceeded your expectations so far?
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, for sure.
I keep going like this because we want to see ourselves. So it's not so
We're a
awkward.
little concerned.
We're a little
Just a little.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
No, no.
It's a joke. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm Sarah. I'm from Edina, Minnesota, and I am majoring in elementary education with a pre-primary endorsement, which means that when I graduate, I'll be licensed to teach 3-year-olds through 6th graders.
What the little babies.
Yeah. And then I'm also minoring in psychology. And the reason why I chose Bethel, I have 2 older sisters who go here. One is a senior and one is a junior. And so in the past couple of years, I've just had the opportunities to come here and visit. And I'm only from like 25 minutes away, so
It's really, really long ways away.
yeah, it's tough.
That's quite the trip. Probably farther than Pennsylvania.
Like
For
16
sure.
hours, 25
Yeah.
minutes.
For
It's
sure.
not-
They're pretty close.
Very comparable.
No,
yeah. But yeah, so over the past couple of years, I've just been able to come out and visit my sisters, and the more I visited, the more I fell in love with it. And by the time senior year rolled around, I really felt like this is the place that I was supposed to go. I love the community and everything about it here, and they have a really good education program. They just have a really good way of plugging students into classrooms from the beginning. I've already been in a kindergarten classroom once, and next fall I'll be in preschool classrooms helping teach lessons like all year round. So that's just a really good opportunity that Bethel offers that not many schools offer yet in their education programs, and so I loved that. And I guess how I chose my major, I've always loved kids. I adore them. I'm sure every one of my friends can vouch for that. I love just seeing the kids in their element when they're learning and in the classroom, and when they finally figure something out and they just can't get the smile off their face. It's just the sweetest thing. I love it. And I also love hanging out with little kids too, and so that's why I chose to go pre-primary. And then psychology-wise, I am just really interested in the development of children and how they develop their minds and through their environments. And then on the other side of that, I want to go into special education as my master's. And so that psychology background will just help me a lot with my prerequisites for special education to understand the cognitive disabilities and the mental disabilities that are out there. So that's how I did that. And words of wisdom, I would just say when you go off to college, as scary as it is when you get here, don't be afraid to jump right in and just get to know people and put yourself out there, kind of like it was said. But if I hadn't done that, if I hadn't gone around and said, hey, I'm Sarah, it's nice to meet you, where are you from, what do you do, you'll hear the same 5 questions over and over again all week for the first like month of college probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Where you're from, what's your major, all that stuff. But it's really important just to like put yourself out there and just get to know people and be friendly and be vulnerable and be okay with feeling awkward and uncomfortable and just doing it, because I mean, I met each and every one of you guys and all of my good friends in the first semester of my college, and it was probably weird the first encounters. Amanda and I talked about braided belts the first time I met her. So just don't be afraid to put yourself out there and be goofy or whatever you are. And it's definitely worth it because people will love you for who you are.
And so just kind of what we want to leave you with is, and it's fine if you don't know what you want to do, but really, you really need to think about things, what is going to make you happy. And I know that gets said over and over, but it's so true. I mean, you're not going to find happiness and true fulfillment in what you're doing essentially for the rest of your life if it's not something that you love. And so what it keeps going dark. And so, what is it really that you love, and what makes you happy, and where do you want to make a change in the world? And probably one of my favorite things about like getting to college is just everyone's like in their own majors now, so it's so fun to hear like what your friends are doing, because all of a sudden everyone has this, like in high school everyone's kind of learning the same things, but now like all of a sudden everyone knows all these things that you don't know, and it's so cool. Like it's so cool to talk about, because all like everyone's just gaining all this expertise in their own areas. And so yeah, so thanks for sitting in, and just if you don't know what you want to do, if you do know what you want to do, there are so many options for you, and everyone, I firmly believe, has special and unique talents and abilities. So thanks to my friends for helping me out. And everyone, I hope you have a great day, and God bless, and thanks for listening. Bye.